have this to say to the modern young girl, gentlemen. Be free, express yourself. Take your life in your own hands and mold it. The world will try to rob you of your freedom, but fight for it. It's all you have to live for.
Just relax.
That's all for the modern girl, gentlemen. What else? Ask me anything.
Well, hello. I finally ventured back into the basement to sew, and I'm well equipped. I've got 2 pairs of pants on, a shirt, a sweatshirt, ear warmers, and 2 pairs of socks. Not that the heat isn't on in my house, but I think as many Americans across the country are experiencing right now, it is below freezing, so I definitely don't have the worst of it, so that's where we're at. My planned pants, overalls, I don't remember what I called them in my plan with me video from the fall, but that was a really ambitious lineup for the season, just for one season. I really, if I could go back in a time machine, I would say that that plan with me should not have just been for fall 2023. It really should have just been fall and winter, because they are all warmer pieces, but the idea of me doing one project a month as if I didn't have anything else in my schedule or responsibilities, it didn't leave much room for any wiggle room, any sort of contingency that could occur. And that's exactly what happened. You know, I feel like it's running on those cartoons, like those old cartoons where they're running on a log on the water and then they lose their footing and then they trip and they just go around and around and around. That's basically what happened. I got one project accomplished in the fall because my health took a toll, as you have probably seen in my pajamas video. If not, you can check that out. And I spent majority of the fall regaining my strength. Yeah, that whole log just going around. So anyways, here we are getting back into it, going back to the projects that were planned and a few that were not planned. So my corduroy fabric for my overalls, I am excited. Here we are, and let's get going. Okay, so here's the pattern that I'm using. Hollywood pattern, inspired by some outfit that Olivia de Havilland wore in some movie. I have made one of these before. I made, what is that? View 3. I made view 3 right there, which you can check out in this video, which I'll link. I do plan on making this view 1 with the nice little stripes. I want to make it a little oversized. I don't want to make it so form-fitting in the waist. I don't really know yet what that will mean for the pattern. I'm gonna have to take a closer look. I just pulled this out. I have not touched this or done any preparation before I started filming, so bear with me as I figure that out. But my dream is to make it just a little oversized. One, because also, if you notice, she's not wearing a top actually, and I do want this to be something that I can layer over a shirt. So yes, definitely going to be doing something there to make it not so form-fitting. Yeah, also it has a lot of buttons. I have not made up my mind yet. That, in practicality, super cute, but really annoying. So I need to figure that out as well. I am using this corduroy. Last time I used corduroy, it did not go well. Okay, a little story time. When I say it didn't go well, I mean I didn't realize that it had not gone well in the moment. In fact, I was really proud of the pants that I made. It was my first pair of pants, but I did not, oh, what is it called? What's it called? Nap. Did not take into consideration the nap, and I cut the pants in the front and the back in different directions. So if you saw me from one side, the nap went one way, and if you saw me from another side, it went a different way. And with corduroy, that matters because the sheen is going 2 different directions. So when I stood to the side, it was really apparent that they weren't flowing in the same direction. I still have them. And like I said, I didn't even realize that I had done it or that that was a mistake until long after. But I won't be making the same mistake this time. So you live and you learn. All right, now let's go. So it's at 14 3/4. I am, what did I say my measurement was? Oh, 12. All right, I am 12. Say it's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea, but it wouldn't be a make-believe if you believed in me. Today I am going to be putting my lovely little Singer away and bringing back my modern machine because I've used my little Singer on all my projects and I love her. But I want to make use of both of my machines, and I apparently give inanimate objects emotions, and I don't want my other machine to feel forgotten or left out because that's where it all started. So this little girl is gonna take a rest, and her brother, see what I did there? And her brother is gonna make his way onto the scene. So is it a big brother? I got it first, but technically she is older. There's an entire backstory now going into their lives. So I've taken like probably 10, no, that's a lie, 15 minutes puzzling together how I'm putting this top together and the bottom, because I don't want to have just one side of openings. I want two sides of openings on each side. And I've mentioned before, I want this to be a nice loose fit, but it's really curious how it's constructed together. So basically the front piece of the top and one of the back pieces is supposed to sew together. That's the one that doesn't have any fastenings, right, or openings. Then the other one is attached later on with when the belt comes into play, which is right here, and when you put a facing to the top, which I am also not doing. So it was taking me a moment to figure out, well, how do I put all of this together when I'm not using facing and I'm using two of the E pieces rather than there's an E piece and a B piece. And in fact, you can see with the B piece, it's significantly smaller because it's not supposed to, you know, have taken into consideration any sort of openings. So I'm throwing this out. I'm using two E pieces, and then I realized it really, everything was leading to like another problem. So I was like, okay, I have to connect it to the belt, but wait a second, the belt piece is also going to be different because this is supposed to be one continuous piece that then attaches at that one side that has openings. I want it on both sides. So now that means I need to actually cut this, and it isn't going to be one continuous belt. It's going to be basically a band in the front and a band in the back. And so that was another thing that all of a sudden led me to pausing for a moment to figure out what it is that I'm actually doing. And I was biding my time with the fact that I knew I had at the very least needed to turn in the raw edge on the front, pin it down so that I can do a top stitching on it, since again I'm not doing a facing. Okay, it's a new day. Actually, it's really a new week. It's another week. And if you can notice, the window is open because the temperature is, wait for it, 74 degrees in January. And last week, this time it was snowing. So that's where we're at. Okay, so clearly it's been a minute, it's been a week.
When you've quite finished. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It's been a week. I have not touched this project. I swear. So annoying. I haven't touched this project since last Thursday. It is now a Friday. I did write down some notes for myself so that I would know what I was doing and where to pick up, because I knew that some time was going to pass before I would get another chance to keep working. So let's see what I wrote to myself. Sewing overalls. Attach E back pieces to first belt K at notches and later to back of pants. Use the second belt piece for front of overalls to attach to front bodice piece and pants. Take a second look at darts on bodice piece. Okay. Thank you, past Caitlin, for that. Okay. So let's pull some of this out and find out what we're actually working with, because while that was all good and well that I said all that, really I gotta look at it. Okay. Well, first off, I don't know if I showed this off. I probably did because I was proud of it. But look at those beautiful stitches. Oh, come on, focus. You know what? I don't have time for you. Roar! Thank you. Alright, let's go. Newly sewn back right here. And now let's attach them to the pants. I got one done. I gotta take a break before I can do the next one. All right, intermission. Okay, I was just trying to gauge attaching the top to the pants and seeing how everything was going to work since I took the darts out. Well, I never put darts in on the top and I never put darts in on the bottom. Just figuring out, you know, how everything would line up and if I'm going to get that baggy feel without it looking, I don't know, frumpy. It's a fine line, I guess. Do you see? Do you see what just happened there? See how this just made itself a little pocket? I mean, I think maybe we do the pocket. I'm just thinking, like, pockets. I've said it every time I make these pants from this pattern that I'm gonna put in pockets, and then I get going and I get tired. And I don't do it, but this might be the option because, I mean, it makes a natural pocket. All I have to do is attach the interior to make a pocket. Leave it open right here like it's a pretend pocket for now. See how that looks. Baste these guys in the back so that they're attached. Again, these are supposed to actually be buttons, but I just rather attach them here and then do just buttonholes here. So we'll try that. This is gonna be version 1. Fingers crossed that version 1 gets to be the only version and that it all works out. Let's go. You're so close to me. There's so much I feel that I should say. But words can wait until some other day. Kiss me once, then kiss me twice, then kiss me once again. It's been a long time.
I have you now, right here beside me, and you know how you help and guide me. I wonder whether we'll be together a year from today. With every tear you shed in sorrow, I always fear about tomorrow. We will be parted and broken-hearted a year from today. Each time we quarrel, you want to part. I'm so afraid that one day you'll start. Or if you did, why, you'd take my heart with you, too. But then you cry when you've relented. Why shouldn't I be quite contented? I'll still continue believing in you a year from today.
Why did I go so off right there? Great. Oh no, I can already see something I don't like. Ah! There's a bump. There's a bump. Do you see it?
Oops, I made a mistake.
Okay, good news is it's kind of on the edge here, so I should be able to just rip this and redo just that part. Well, let's see what it looks like from the outside otherwise. Okay, they're looking like overalls. Okay. Let's check now. Okay. Small hiccup. I didn't buy buttons. So I've spent like way too much time. An hour and a half searching for buttons because I have this tin of buttons, and then looking to see what combination I could come up with that I would like, because none of them I liked. And I finally came up with one, so now here I am putting on the overalls one more time because I gotta see. So, you know, this is me in like my choky version of the overalls because I am being held together by pins. It's not a perfect solution. So this little coat of arms kind of brassy button, I have 2 of those. I have these shinier brass. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna do a snap right here on the inside so you can't see it for the waist, and do that on each side. And then I will have space for those pockets. And I can't believe I spent that much time on buttons, on searching for buttons. But the idea, and I weighed it, the idea of going to Joann Fabrics tomorrow, I just want this done, and I'm already mentally preparing that I just stay up late to finish this. Because the idea of doing this for one more day, and it's my fault because I did more errands today than I said I was going to, and it cut into my sewing time. These are all logistical, not logistical, see, it's getting late. These are all logical consequences. But I just can't fathom taking another day. I just can't. So I am gonna do my best, focus and push through and keep going so I can be done with this. They are done. That's amazing. What? I'm sorry, what? Is that it? Is that real? No. No, that can't be right.
The next day.
Good morning, good morning.
Is that my voice? Is that my voice?
Excuse me, let's try that again. Good morning, good morning. Okay. Here we have the remnants from last night. I'm sure you're all wondering, did she finish it? No, she did not. Oh, I was licked. I really was. My camera died. My phone died. That's what I usually back up film on. I did accomplish my goal of doing 6 buttonholes. Are they the 6 buttonholes that I'm going to keep? No. No, they're not. And in fact, you can see where I ripped some of them out already, or started to, because what I realized after sewing them in and having marked them in from the pattern is that, you know, I was not really following the pattern when it came to alterations and where the buttonholes needed to be in order for me to get the fit that I wanted. What I learned pretty quickly is that my buttonholes were too far in because the space that is allotted for the buttons and the buttonholes to align was off. So you can see that if I was actually able to line this up how I had it marked, that here's where, spoiler alert, where the buttonholes will be. You see how that does not work. The buttonhole being here and the button being here, like it would not work. So
Stinks.
I started ripping them out last night, and then I think I got one side done. Is this side? Honestly, it's like a fever dream. I don't even remember what happened. Yeah, I ripped out a good portion. And you can see where I marked in the new ones on each side. I think there's a difference between powering through and knowing when you're trying to force something. Last night was definitely me trying to force the moment, and it was not it. I was just not happy that I was taking another day, and it's only me. It's just me putting these expectations on myself. I had the moment last night, realized that I was licked, as I said, and put it away for today. So today we're gonna do new buttonholes. But the good news is the first two buttonholes that you saw are fine. They're where they need to be. It's just the ones on the side, the other 6. I can laugh about it now because, you know, I slept and am not cranky. But oh, there's a fine line, and I ignored it last night. And I just tried to power through, and that was not it. So let's go. Let's you didn't miss anything. Really, you didn't miss anything. Let's go. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how cute these turned out. Really excited. You know you're getting done with a project when you're fantasizing about like stapling things into something. Because you just you're done. I'm just done. Which side is which? Hi. So, the pockets are cut out, but I'm not going to put them in tonight. Because if you will have recalled from the last time, I just decided to power through. It was not the right decision. So the same lesson is being presented to me right now. And even though I just have putting in the pockets and sewing in the snaps, I'm not going to do those tonight. I'm going to leave them for tomorrow. But everything is prepped and ready. Pockets are ready to go. And I think I'm just going to need a little more focus and brain power. And I could do that tomorrow. So, yeah. I'm being handed the same lesson and choosing something different. So, see you all tomorrow. Also, just look at this cute little kitty. She's so precious. She says it's time to stop too. Oh, she's covering her face.
The next day.
I just spent the last like 15-20 minutes sewing this on the wrong way. This should not be facing out. This should be facing the fabric.
Son of a bitch.
So, excellent. Excellent. all so much for joining me on this journey into the world of 1930s overalls. I hope you're feeling inspired to create your own unique pair and embrace the timeless style of this era. If you made it this far into the video, comment the sunflower emoji below. And if you're looking for more sewing more sewing inspiration, be sure to check out my next video where I'll be taking on a project for my Dream Rolls series. I'll be designing a ball gown for Cinderella from Stephen Sondheim's Into the Woods musical and taking you along as I learn and prepare one of her songs. I'll be tying it all together by then giving a performance of the song in the dress. It'll be a magical transformation and I can't wait to share the process with you. So subscribe now and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. All right, everyone. Until next time, happy sewing and keep on expressing your unique style. Bye. It's giving Grey Gardens.